Hi, I'm Miss Brown, and I'd like to thank you so much for this opportunity to teach at Normal High School. I'm so excited and I can't wait to get started. As a teacher, it is my personal goal to help all my students succeed no matter what challenges they may face. Engaging my students is an important step in that success. One thing that I like to do to help them feel that they belong and for me to learn a little bit more about them is to create an About You board. I let them bring in any pictures, something that's important to them or that describes them, and they can place it on the wall. This helps to personalize our classroom. I learn a little bit more about their interests that I can tie into lessons later, and it creates a comfortable learning environment for the students. Getting my students involved at the beginning of the class is important, and I like to do that by creating a warm-up or letting them share any current events that they had recently heard about. It's an interesting way to start the class, and it can lead to discussion and can set the tone for the rest of the period. I'll also have my students work together in group activities that are interactive and allow them to use the material that they've learned in fun and creative ways. By watching short videos or using computers to do scavenger hunts, there are tons of different ways to incorporate technology. They can be much more successful if they're participating in activities that challenge and engross them.
Hi everyone, Miss Brown back again. I'm going to talk to you today about our third period class. Consists of 17 students. And our classroom is very interesting. It's very unique and it's very diverse. So first, let me start out with why. Um, for some of our students, reading isn't exactly the easiest thing. We have a few students who fall a little below the average for their reading level, for the grade that they're in. One way I plan on tackling this issue is either before school, after school, or even maybe during study hall, if the teachers allow it, to come to my classroom and just have them read a book that is appropriate for their reading level that they're at now, and then, as they get through that book, we can discuss like what was hard. Were there any words that were difficult? Was something you didn't understand? And then give them another book to that's a little bit higher, and kind of going so off and so forth until they hit the necessary reading level that is required for the grade level that they're at, and then maybe even a little bit higher, so when they go to the next grade, they'll be at the right reading level. Uh, Another reason why our class is so diverse and unique is because we have three students who fall under our GT criteria. So, and sometimes they can finish their work a little fast. They are very bright and intelligent young people. One way of dealing with this is maybe giving them a little extra assignment. Something that's similar to what we're doing, but maybe a little bit more challenging to help stimulate their mind a little bit more, to make them feel like they are being challenged. That way they're not getting bored with the class, and they're not just sitting around sleeping, listening to music on their phone. Just something to help them stimulate their mind more, so that way they don't find the class boring. Lastly, we have three students who fall under our special needs kids, and we're going to start out with Billy Cutshaw. Now, Billy Cutshaw has autism. Now, it's very important for kids with autism that they know that there is a routine in place, every day. That it's the same routine. There's no visible changes. Now, you can, for example, if you have doing a review game, the day before the test, you can, if you do that, make sure it's consistent. Make sure you're always doing it. That's one way I plan on dealing with that in class for Billy, is to always have a routine in place, and not just for his sake either, but for also the other students. That way, they always know what's going on. Just that routine will ease anxiety for not just Billy, but for the rest of the class as well. Now, lastly, we have two students, Amy and Randy, who fall under our learning disability kids, and they both have ADHD. Now, since they have ADHD, they are highly distracted. They're not always focused on the task at hand. One important key aspect here is to have patience with them, because you can tell them to get focused and get focused. Hey, do your work. But it's important not to get angry at the kids. It's not their fault. Um, Another big thing is it's just giving them a little extra time to complete the assignment. Because the fact that they're so easily distracted, by giving them that extra time and not just taking it from them when it's due, they can accomplish what they need to accomplish for their homework assignment or for their test or something like that. You know, just making the classroom fit for not only them but for other students as well. And lastly, to help them focus, a good thing that I found in the past with other students is giving them like a squishy ball to really help them just like have something with their hands, something to do, something that will help them focus. So yeah, this is our classroom. This is third period. Very unique, very diverse, very interesting students, and I look forward to working with them. Thank you.
So, as you can see, we have a very unique and diverse classroom. We just really need to focus on helping the students succeed, no matter what challenges they face. We have, a couple students who are, have problem reading and whatnot, so we really need to provide support and the chance for them to grow in the classroom and, helping them in, like I said, like we said, helping them in outside the classroom with little book projects on the side, things like that. And with our GT kids, just providing them with more challenging assignments, and if they finish the regular assignments, then giving them an extra thing, like if we're like maybe have them read a book and give you a book report on it. Like, it doesn't have to be extremely long, but just something to that extent to really help keep your kids, provide for all the kids, and make sure all of them get the best learning opportunity available. And the special needs kids, they need a lot of attention and a lot of care and support, and so we just need to be there for all of our students. We need to personalize the classroom and make it a fun and safe learning environment so none of the kids feel ashamed to speak up and say what they might think is the right answer. Even if it's not the right answer, it's always best to just go about giving it your best, and that's what we want to do in the classroom. That's what we're striving for here, and that's what we want to provide for y'all. We want to give the best learning environment possible. Thank you.